It's time for Leather Podcast.
I've got a mate, he's a train driver. He says he shits in bags all the time, just fucks it out the window.
Fucks me out the window.
Hey,
We're live. We're live. Please do not say
don't say fuck.
what's happening, boys.
Just try to survive the weather out there.
No die in the motor on the way here.
Somebody just, when I was driving, am I quite loud in your ears? Yeah?
No, bang on.
Somebody just pulled right onto the curb. Like, there must have just been a shite bag, like, fuck this, because it was like...
Is it that bad?
You couldn't see, it was just torrential. And he's just like, right up on the pavement.
I've had enough.
4 wheels, and just stopped. I'm like, a shite bag, man. Get off the road, man.
I had seizure coming along that, like, wee single carriageway, the way we would normally go to the motorway. A lorry had hit this puddle, man, and it just fucking...
Sometimes...
And my wee smart car's like this. Oh, shit.
The impact of that sometimes, I'm like, oh, that's quite... It's a rough gig, that.
Right. It's not the best when you're in that car. It's fucking getting blown all over the place.
The smart car.
Right, smart car power.
You could tip that, couldn't you, though? Yourself.
See when I'm going to sell it, you fancy that, mate?
No, because you end up denting it or something.
It's made of plastic. I just don't want
The
to.
panels are just replaceable.
I don't. What I don't want to do is be like, Mum will go and flip it, and it pans my window.
No sale.
No sale.
Do you remember when you said to my son, that's my car? And he was like, hi, where is your car? That's it there. And he's like, no, it's not.
I think everybody just expects me to have a better car, don't they?
Well, it's not, but it's just, you're a quite tall guy.
I fucking hate motors, mate. Like, see, just like...
They just cost you money,
See
don't
the
they?
flashy cunt, so... It's like, that's what they need to get. They need to get this.
Because they're compensating for a tiny Tadger.
Aye. I don't give a fuck about motors.
Aye.
Honestly, I don't. I drive a heap of shit.
I don't know if we give a fuck about very much, mate, to be fair.
Even like... But see, like...
His precious Bruins.
But see, taking care of a car, like, I'm
It's pissing.
terrible.
You might see him out of coffee cups in the front of my smart car.
It's just like...
Every light on my
maintenance.
fucking dash is on.
It's like a fucking disco. Can I go down a wee bit? I think I'm going to get fucking tinnitus for this.
Basically, I just run it into the grunt and then
My ears
get a new
actually
one.
popped there.
Basically, I run into
Hello.
the grunt and then just get a new one.
Due a service 25,000 mile ago. That's what's on my car. Just never take it. It's couldn't give a
shit.
fuck.
It's like me doing like a confession. It's been so long since my last confession.
What's
car's not been serviced in a decade.
I know a story
Do 3 Hail
about
Marys.
you in a car. Can you tell me another story about you in a car?
Depends what type of story it is.
This one was like probably about 10 years ago.
When I got CS gassed? No?
No, the one I was talking about was you were frequenting with a female.
I want to know that one.
We'll get both of them.
Okay, hell,
and you were...
It's good at throwing cuts under the bus sometimes.
I mean, it must have been about... We'll put it this way. It was...
like, split it out. What's
Right,
the
you want me to tell the
story?
story?
No, if it's my story, then I could tell it, but you need to give me more detail before you...
So this
intro.
I
need a button for this, eh?
Wait, one
Need a
minute.
button that just
This was maybe... This was years ago, right?
Me and a bird in a motor.
Aye.
Right.
And...
She catfish me?
No. I might hear that one as well. Right, there's like your car's next to
How
you.
long are we on? 1 minute?
Your car's next to you, and somebody was looking at it. You're going to have to tell that story.
When I'm in the back?
Aye.
Aye.
That's a belter.
I just... Basically, just get my dick sucked in the back, and like some cunt was like fucking...
Some local deviant out for a prowl.
Some wee Ned was looking to rob motors with his hood up, and he was looking in the front seat of the motor I was in, and the motor beside us, and I'm just like...
Dick in one hand, crowbar in the other.
I only had one leg out. So I only had one leg out. My boxers and my fucking trousers at the time. And he's like pure looking at the dash, you know, like what can... like. I don't know if he was looking to steal or just steal the motor or maybe valuables or something. He wasn't a dogger though. He was far too young, you know what that probably was though. But I just feel like jumping out with like one leg out and a hard on, like, hey, you wee dick, I'll cut you with this.
Drag him in here, we'll shag him as well.
That was a long time ago though.
I remember it was one of the ones where like, so...
It's like, what do you do? You're in the back, but the thing is...
Go off to do something.
No, the back windows were tinted, that's what
And
it
they
was.
couldn't see you?
So you couldn't see me, and I'm just like, fucking... What is this good dude?
Getting a gab. So that used to be one of my favourite things. It would be like a Monday before sparring or after sparring. You'd come in and
Get a
it'd be like,
blowjob in the motor.
Aye. No, it'd be all the pattern of what happened the weekend. Well, I was out here and this happened. So reverse. What happened to you in the CS? Gas?
I I got sprayed with a post in the eyes.
For refusing to get out.
And when they fucked me in the back seat of their motor, I thought the other door was open. No, at the start I was fucked, so their window had all condensation on it. It was up the Eurocentral. So I'd put my face on the window, man, because it was all burning my eyes. I'm like, this is so good. But I'm on one side and I'm just looking at the other side and I'm just like, fuck it. I went there, tried to open the door and it was locked, and the guy just opened the door that I was in and just done, what are you doing? I was just like, nothing. I'm not going anywhere.
Just waiting on you.
Just a pure fuck. I was going to say, so just a pure idiot move, man. But because I was mad at the time, like, I can get out there. It was just fields at the Eurocentral. And I was like, I'll just run through the fields. And
I'll definitely get away.
The door needs to be open first for me to fucking...
Hands behind your back.
What's the saying when the gates open, the cows bolt it or something? It was the opposite.
Was that how? Oh, man, I'd rather love to have just watched you just fucking getting it loudly down there.
I've set off in my own car before, but I didn't realise it was like so many parts per year. I thought it came out like a stream. I was maybe like 17.
You gassed yourself?
And me and my mate in the car. So then it was stuck in the car, obviously.
You'd be a terrible Jew.
Oh, mate, we were fucked. Steady, mate. It's fucking hell. That's not on, you know.
Sorry,
anyway.
Mate, sorry. I
just clicked it in the car thinking it came out like a jet. I didn't know it came out like a mist. So obviously, me and Daniel MacArthur, two as fucked in my car. What a day. Still drove home, pissed.
Brilliant.
Aye. What do you do though when you're...
I must have been about maybe in my mid-20s. And this is definitely a criminal conviction. If I'm going to jail for this, you tell me, right? And
Ready to cut it.
Right. So the computer in my car had stopped working. And I went to a garage to get it fixed. It was going to cost a couple of £1,000. I'm like, that's bullshit, man. Like, it was super expensive. Didn't have the money. So I was like, right, I'll just write the motor off. So I get my old man to tow me up to the top of this hill. And then I just freewheel it down the hill. And then I was like, right, I'm just going to run it.
Homer Simpson with Mo's car.
I'm just pretty much, I'm just going to run it over into this field. As I hit the field, the car took flight. And my old man, after it, he said to me, he was like, see when I left you? He went, I thought you were dead. And he just drove away and left me.
You're in the car?
Aye. Car hit, woof, jumped up, landed nose first, man, because it's like so heavy. So it went up and it just went woof. Nose first. None of the airbags or anything came out.
Did you write that up?
I set it on fire.
That'll do it.
That'll definitely do it.
No go with that option
You've got a motor like Rasputin.
Will not die. Fling this gun out the window.
I'm with Ross. I probably would have just burnt the motor before actually endangering your life.
I didn't think this fucking through. I went, right, seatbelt's absolutely fine. But the fact that it was, honestly, mate, it was the funniest thing ever. So I'm rallying down this back road, right, like proper. It's going at some speed, and I'm like, I'm needing a bit of speed to get into this field. I'm needing to jump a fence.
Why did you want to be in the field?
Good place to write.
Because then I was like, oh, somebody's run me off the road.
Right, okay.
And I was like, just
your own
in the
car?
field.
Aye.
Well, phone G4.
Sorry, I never claimed insurance.
Should have done the shallow grave one and just fucked it off a quarry. Next thing you know, the boat's coming back up with Rasputin again. Like,
So-
can he drown him? Can he set him on fire? Fuck.
It was the jump. It was the jump. My old man saying, I thought you were done, son.
I love how your dad was in on it.
My dad just drove away and left me. For all yous new January Jiu-Jitsu practitioners, why not check out Anaconda? You know, they've got an awful lot of products there to help you on your adventure. It's the start of your adventure, and you pick up a little bit of niggles, maybe your shoulder, ankle, knee, wrist. Anaconda's got your back. Ross, where can they get Anaconda at?
You can go on to anacondafightwear.co.
Any deals going on Anaconda?
They do. You can get any two products just now for $59, and if you put in the code LEATHER10 at the checkout, you get 10% off.
So guys out there who are just starting this adventure, you're definitely going to need some sort of support. Why not check out Anaconda Fightwear? Keep it Anaconda, baby.
That's worse.
Aye. So, and then obviously my mom had found out and she went fucking ballistic.
Oh, grow up.
I think grow up. I don't even think the car was worth like to get it fixed was worth more than what I'd paid for the car.
It's like that with the first motors, though. Eh?
Aye, and then obviously.
Think about it like you're a smart guy, you just need to punch it or kick it or something. Then
It's finished.
say a bit like street fighter.
Mate, that's exactly what I was thinking there.
Brilliant.
Honda. Give him the Honda slaps.
What else going on? What you been up to? It's been them.
It's getting close to the old fucking Cage Warriors.
Names are coming out. What do you know?
What you know, son?
I know I've probably
How many you
got
got?
a guy.
Have you got a guy?
You do.
Got a guy.
Yes. When's it getting released?
I just got offered it today.
Brilliant.
I said aye.
You like it?
Tough fight.
Does it need to go through
course.
to anyone else?
Tough fight, but no well-known guy that people don't know unless you're kind of in the Cage Warriors scene. It's not accepted yet, but it's no
It has his end.
It's no
Aye.
signed. They offered. It's tough because he's good everywhere, but like, come on, like,
Aye.
Oh, aye. It's good.
Is this sport?
aye.
Are you? Do you really want a gimme as well?
I know. Plus, I feel like when I've got like a tough fight,
Brings out the best in you.
aye, I put the work in and I show up.
Fear, mate.
I
Fear
show up.
is the best
Like-
thing to motivate you.
I feel I show up in the big occasions. So
So is it not the guy he posted the good call out in the
it's
bad
not
guy
him.
t-shirt?
It's not
and that?
him.
Right, aye.
I'll gladly fight him in the next show though.
Aye.
Because that is a fight that I would like. Good style match up. But go for this guy. I say
Show me a picture if you can.
Well, I'm assuming it's going to be one or two people.
Oh, have you just hit it already?
Like, we don't need to put this out, but this can be for us.
And just burl it round. They'll not see.
Aye.
Oh. Aye.
This could potentially be a title eliminator then. Good.
Well, this is if it gets accepted. So
Aye, there's still some way to
so
go.
it's good to see a face anyway.
Aye.
But aye, it's about 12 weeks away, I think. I'm not
I know
starting.
it's definitely getting closer.
And that maybe get you at the wee kind of rut you were in.
No, to rain on a parade there. Injured my other knee 2 days ago. So I'm resting for a week because I don't really need to start the
On
hard
Saturday
training.
night?
Monday.
Oh, right.
Was it sparring?
Inside low kicked pretty hard a few times. Big Marcus. Nothing went. It was after. So I'm praying it's impact.
Just a bit of bruising.
It's still, I can move it in all directions, but it's when I put weight on it.
If you hit up Callahan,
He's away skiing now, so he's seen me when he's back Sunday. So I'm staying positive about it though. Fuck, I fought my last
Fought
two
with
fights.
worse.
Fucking-
Far worse.
and this is bigger, but I want to hit these 10 weeks proper. Like
Good.
the structure, I'm got to be major focused, and I just want
still working with a nutritionist
proper
as well.
for this. Aye.
Good.
I just
Good.
want
It makes-
proper structure.
It
I
makes a
want-
difference, doesn't it?
This time I want to be doing this. At this time I want to be eating this. I want to be resting here. And for 10 weeks I don't want anything changing at all. And I feel I'll be in a good place then. So that's where I'm at.
Excellent.
Stupid knees, man. Like that was me kicking a big fucking heavyweight guy.
You shouldn't. It's fine to say you shouldn't be sparring with the guys, but
Aye.
sometimes when there's a guy and
need
you've
a
not got
partner,
around, and
aye.
sometimes you need to have a different partner for your dance. But it's a good thing that you've got a good sponsorship deal with Anaconda Fightwear.
I've got to be jumping out like Stone Cold with the two of them now, man.
Elbows, wrists,
Shave the
fucking
heat.
back
I'll
brace
just
on.
shave the heat, man.
I just get tattooed on your head. Anaconda.
Talking about the old WWE,
What about
very Mac, mate, shitting in people.
Can we go into detail how much, how thorough and specific it was with what he wanted with these 3 black guys today?
Have you seen the memes with Chris Benoit? Chris Benoit waiting in hell.
So he wanted the thickest dick of said black man to be in her throat so she couldn't breathe, and the longest one in her arse, the deepest it could go. This is what he's writing, man.
I mean, he's a piece of work.
So apparently Brock was supposed to come in and shag her as well, but he missed his flight, and Vince kidded on him with Brock. I swear to God. I swear to God.
So I
She got a payout though. He paid her like $1 million.
I thought
Is this the
was
same
gonna-
chick that he took a dump on?
I don't know, but she signed something, and now because he was getting people away like fuck her, it was like trafficking basically.
So I thought this had come up today, so I looked into it a wee bit, but there's so much mad stuff flying about. I'm like,
Hand on
what's-
heart, I thought they'd looked at my history honestly.
I'm like, what's actually going on?
So for what I seen is he shot in the lassie, right?
Right.
He had been obviously setting her up to get fucked off certain people, or he'll go in and get you this day.
So it's like a casting couch situation, like, oh, suck this dick, you'll get this job type of thing.
She didn't have a job though. She was just
Well, she definitely did a job. She was
just there to be fucked. She was
on the game. I like the fact that he was calling all the dildos names. He gave them all wrestler names.
Big Show.
He gave all these dildos wrestler names. You have the Brock.
Just watch your attitude there, and then you'll know. Aye, Vince McMahon's into some shit. Know what I mean?
There's a meme cutting about him now with his pants down, and it says "we ass," and he's wearing the suit jacket, and he's got this shirt on.
He kissed my ass.
So she's a hooker. And he's just been.
Well, I don't know if she was a hooker, but she was definitely getting fucked for money.
For money.
Aye.
And now she wants some more money, or she got paid out.
I think she got paid out, and then she's wanting more because there's other stuff came out.
Right. Aye. And this is just one, or there's more than one?
I don't know if it's more than one.
Oh well.
But I think he's totally been took off.
He has.
Even with WWE. Because it was something to do with the TKO thing. It was
on the board.
UFC and stuff like
he was on the board of directors for that, and they've taken him off. But on lighter news, they've put The Rock in it.
But Ronda came out and tweeted something saying that he had an ally. I can't remember the guy's name, something Pritchard. If he's still there, that's who Vince was running everything through. So he wasn't really took a back step, because remember he was supposed to
He'd retired, didn't he?
Aye. Apparently he was still running shit through a certain guy, and Ronda came out and called that.
So public.
Shut up, Ronda, your grass. So wasn't that when you were fucking like Dana White and Brendan Schaub and Travis Brown? They're all company guys, know what I mean? But Vinnie Mac can't get away with it.
Don't drag Big Travis into this. He's an alright guy.
Oh, do you like Travis? Sorry, bro.
I thought he was alright. Like some of his fights. Won me money once.
Did he not have a bad break in his arm? And he ended up with like an infection?
Oh.
I could be wrong. I think did he break his arm? End up with an infection, tried to like get the UFC to fix it again.
They wouldn't have done it.
They're like, nah, get the fuck. Might not have been Travis Brown, might have been Silva.
His fight with Arlovsky was good, eh? It was Arlovsky where they had that mad fucking one rounder.
The elbows.
Two of them getting fucking rocked all about the place. I'm sure it was Travis Brown Arlovsky. Anyway, I'm not good with that type of stuff.
I seen we obviously touched on it last week, but I see everybody's like basically creaming in their pants for this fight with the 300 fight.
Who's it got to be?
No, the judo chick, and I see everybody's creaming in their pants.
Harrison.
And have you seen this? No.
She's
fighting against Holly Holmes.
For some reason, it's big news.
It's Holly Holmes like 42.
We can't. There's nothing exciting about that fight.
Other than they're bringing
UFC debut.
I was going to say they're bringing somebody for another organisation.
So what they're doing is they're bringing in the face of the female PFL. She's now in the UFC, and I'm not saying they're giving her a gimme, but
she's still to cut weight that she's never cut ever before.
She's saying she's done it though, and so she can make the weight.
I think Dana had said that. He came out and said like, she's made the weight.
But that's all well and good saying it. Him on the phone. How did your test cut go? Oh, brilliant. Of course it went brilliant. Like, you're not going to go.
You've done it before, so it can be done.
Aye, but you're that type of person who is actually going to do it.
But then she's obviously came from the world of judo, Olympian, so she's got the minerals. But she's
like one of the fucking old wrestling teddies you used to get like this.
She Hulk Hogan and all that.
They just
kick her cunt in the bedroom.
I think they just had to wait. They had to wait till USADA left, and then she could sign.
Oh.
I don't like to accuse anyone of doing anything, but still to see Yuri Prohaska's shoulder scar, eh? So,
just keep me up at night, bro.
Hey, just fucking, everybody knows. It's cool. It's cool, do what you want. Who you got? Do you see what I put in the group last night about that main event? What Chael Sonnen said, what do you think?
Aye.
You can't really take into Chael Sonnen and
I don't know, Kane looks fucking bigger than heavyweight anyway.
Aye.
So it was Chael Sonnen, Kane Velasquez versus Tom Aspinall.
That's his.
I mean,
I wouldn't mind it.
I wouldn't mind
I'd
it.
be up for it, like.
I mean, Tom's obviously training, so he's potentially got something lined up. For all you Scottish listeners, the weather's a bit wild, dangerous. If you have been involved in an on-fault accident, you know who to call. It's G4 Claims. Ross, where can you hit them up?
You get them on 01698 767 172
Or
notatfaultclaim.com.
or hit the link in the bio if you have been involved in a non-fault accident. They will do their utmost to get you back on the road as soon as possible. They'll also gift you a courtesy car for your whole claim. So it makes sense. If you have been involved in an accident, hit up G4 Claims.
I saw it last night on
So,
this YouTube
cards
channel.
on the table. Who's your UFC 300 main event? Who's it going to be?
There's rumours of McGregor.
I'll go first. I think it's Conor
You've got to
McGregor.
stick with that.
Conor
You've
McGregor,
run.
Nate Diaz. That's what I think.
Diaz.
Nate
Did you-
Diaz?
Did you say
Nate
Chandler
Diaz.
the last time?
No,
Right.
because he'd binned the Chandler fight.
Right.
So I think it's going to be Conor McGregor, Nate Diaz, and they're going to go, couldn't give a fuck, it's a non-title
When do
fight.
you think
You'll be
they're-
main event.
when do you think they're going to announce it?
Probably, so this will come out on Friday. I think they'll have it out before Friday.
What about you? Who are you going for?
Mate, I don't know. The card's falling apart.
Aye.
The card's no that great.
They're trying to squeeze hundreds of good shit. aren't
Aye. It's not like they're trying to squeeze hundreds of good shit. I don't think there's anything
much.
good. I don't think there's anything good on it.
Oh,
they? No,
Like-
I disagree. There's a
I like
good
Leo.
shit.
Right, Max.
Leon's known it yet.
So he's not confirmed for it?
No.
So you got Max
I think-
Holloway
I think
versus
that's what it's got to
Gaethje.
be.
Max Holloway versus Gaethje.
That's a belter.
It's no.
Like, because of the belt, that stupid belt.
No. I don't mind the belt, but I don't think that's a
Gaethje.
great fight. Aye, that's not a great fight for Max Holloway. So,
think so?
No.
I think Gaethje will bag
Gaethje will
him.
just fucking
it'll be like
storm
when he
forward, buff.
I think it'll be like when he fought Poirier.
He's just too big.
I like the fight. I
love
the
the
fight.
fight.
What
I love
about the
Max
female?
Holloway.
Is it Zhang Wei Li versus fucking...
Aye, they need to put a chick fight in
Right,
there.
so that's dog meat. What else you got in that?
Don't
You've
tell
got,
China that.
Well, they're non-English speaking, so it's tricky to sell the lasses.
I don't think there's anything. Maybe the Bobby Green fight.
I like that.
Bobby Green.
I like a bit Bobby Green.
That could be a cool, fun fight. But there's nothing that where I'm like, fucking hell, man. Let's look. You're looking at it and you're thinking there isn't anything special there, is there?
No, I like a few of them.
So Sterling Catal is another one. I don't really know
Sterling's
what
first
it
fight.
means, but
That's Sterling's first fight, that division.
I'm probably going to butcher this name, but Prochaska.
Prohaska versus
Prohaska versus-
Rakic.
Aye, that's a good fight.
That is a good fight.
Come on.
Aye,
That's a good
right.
fight.
I'll
Come
give
on,
that one.
give it
I'll give that one. I won't
Shows
give
your
that one.
shoulder scar.
Right,
yeah.
So
But Rakic has been out as well.
who do you
Exact.
think? Who's got to be this TBC fucking main event that they keep
I was
flogging?
thinking. I
Because
was
it's got to be
thinking.
the top.
Izzy.
Is he?
I was thinking Izzy
DDP?
versus DDP.
Aye, that could be. I'm thinking
Edwards.
Leon
It's a good-
Bilal, which is a fucking terrible one.
It's not good enough.
No,
It's not
not
like,
for me.
I love Leon Edwards, mate. I hope Leon Edwards fucking gets all the shine he can, makes as much money as he can.
I
I'm a
fucking
huge.
hate Bilal though.
I do like Bilal.
I hate Bilal.
So who do
I
you
think-
give Leon if it's no Bilal?
It will be Bilal, but I think you're got to be. I think you're got to be right. I think it's got to be Izzy and DDP. Or,
But then even that-
it could be a heavyweight. It could be Tom,
But then even like
but it's not got to be a title.
if you add Leon Edwards versus, it's not going to do anything.
I don't think the main event. I think this is going to be
unless
the
it's
time.
unless it's Conor McGregor versus Diaz, where I'd be like, right,
I'm going to tell you,
we're fucking in.
maybe you won't like this, but 298 and 299 are better cards
Yes.
than 300.
299, absolutely.
They put other stars
Yes,
there.
I know,
Why
I
not
know.
put like Sugar Sean up on like a fucking?
Because they want to keep this 300 in case the fucking Mac Daddy wants to come back.
But he's still the biggest fucking guy.
He is.
It doesn't even matter. Like you can take Sean O'Malley, who's a big star, but he's still not even fucking close.
You jump off speedboats in the new Roadhouse.
Mate, I seen a meme and it was like,
I've seen a few clips.
in
When
the
did you
bit-
get the trailer?
I mean, I thought it was great. Mate, I'm in. Mate, I'm in.
Are you not going to watch it?
Fucking right.
Of course,
Aye.
mate.
It's only on like Prime or something.
Aye,
Going to
Amazon
the cinema.
Prime. Only on Amazon.
See when he walks in, like you're having a smashing night. I'm just like,
See when he nails him in the forehead. Don't let me get that close. Yeah, come on. It's fun. I'm in. But the one I liked was Conor McGregor.
just filmed his cell at his in pub or something.
No, it was talking about him. It was talking about
fortune.
It was talking about him to prepare for the role where he became an MMA fighter. I quite liked it. And it's like, he did. He's in.
He's still the man.
is,
He's
he
the
is.
biggest draw.
But-
Nobody. If you want the fucking event to sell out, it's very
McGregor.
straightforward.
What did we say last week? Oh, did you see that rumour they're maybe making like new weight divisions in that?
Yeah, but I only seen it because you posted about it.
Surely
The
that.
divisions exist already, though. It's just the
surely
UFC
they're
choose
not
not to
going
use
to-
them.
Yep.
Surely they're not going to just make a new division to put a belt on.
So what, is that what you
Surely
think?
not. No, it wasn't me. It was Grant to put on.
No, but is that, do you, like, so I don't think that's...
No, if they were
What is it? Is it 170?
If
175
they were
and
going to put him in
165.
300 though, they would need to put a belt on him because
Why?
he's not going to skip 3 champions to
But
main
why?
event.
But what, he could.
He's McGregor,
He
aye.
could.
Aye.
There's only one person who could do that, and it's him.
But they've never done it though, so you can't
And
really
that's
say you can.
also true.
But then it's 300.
I do
Everyone-
agree with you.
anything can go.
It just wouldn't surprise me if that's what they've done. I do agree with you. Like, I think you're right. I think the heavy, and
The thing
not
is,
just a title
you
fight.
need to realise 300 is only like 10 weeks away.
Aye.
Because it's before my fight. It's April. We start April.
It's
So that's not that far away.
title fights go last, and it's by weight. The heaviest title fight goes very last. It's just always been done that way. But
Aye.
why not?
the big guys
Aye,
usually do.
big guys go last. It's just how it always.
How did that go with Tom versus when Tom took the belt? Because they were
co-main.
co-main, and then Prohaska versus
Because it was intern. Interim. I think it could be Tom and Gan. I know Gan's fucking shaking himself. Kids only doesn't need to fight Tom. And I'm number one.
Oh, is
you're
that
not,
what
mate.
he's saying
No,
now?
you're not.
right.
So we need to pick one because when it comes out, we'll see.
Mate, I'm sticking with mine. I'm sticking with mine.
Diaz.
I think it's an outside bet,
You
but
going-
I like
is he?
that.
Aye, is he? I like Tom, but it's 300. You need a superstar.
Aye,
we need.
that's it.
We need, and I'm not saying Tom isn't a superstar. Tom will be the biggest
I mean,
thing.
Superstar in the UK.
I mean, Jim Miller can only hold so much gal. I'll go Bilal, Leon for the main.
I think Paul's the
Which
most.
is-
I think you're most likely to be right. I'm just taking mine because it's just that.
outsider.
I was looking at the rumours there, so the weights we're talking about, it was 165 and 175 pound will be introduced, and the 170 division will be discontinued. That was the rumour.
I didn't buy that. That seems a stretch. They could do that now if they wanted. They didn't need to wait for 300. They could get rid of.
I would have put Sean O'Malley on that card. I would have, even not a main or co-main, but he's a superstar in his own right.
I think so. Very popular.
I don't know if Cheeto would be this perfect dance partner for a 300. Who else was shouting for it? Sandhagen and somebody else.
To be on 300. I saw Sandhagen.
Sandhagen, would that be good?
I like Sandhagen too.
I don't know. It's a tough one, isn't it?
We're putting all. We've
Or
been
is there,
building this card up for such a
is
long time.
there just not enough superstars these days in the UFC? Is that it?
But also you can't have
I
like.
would say they're bigger superstars than they have been.
Do you think so?
Does it not fall during Ramadan, and that's why you can't have like Islam Makhachev and
Why
these guys?
is Hamzat no?
Ramadan? I think it's because
No,
it's during
I'm
Ramadan.
sure he came out and said he'll be fine.
Is he allowed to fight in America? I thought he was just sticking to like the Middle East or wherever you want to call that.
Is that guy Kadyrov? Was like you're going nowhere.
No, I think that's
Well, that was the rumour. There was visa problems before with him, but he came out and said that wasn't true. But now he lives over in Dubai, and
Listen,
know.
if it's a UFC, I'm pretty sure they can fucking sort visa
can
issues.
fix things. Eh?
I actually think it'll be. I think it'll be Hill and Pereira.
Well,
On 300.
Well, I was speaking to
I
him,
did.
and it's not going to be 300.
Is it no?
Oh,
301.
oh, you kind of
For
fucking.
your card, for your card, right? Nah, I was close. I don't know, man. Fuck's sake.
So is that rumour?
The lights are going to go out. The lights are going to go out. There's going to be a new fucking super lightweight division. Conor McGregor against Michael Chandler, 5
For
rounds.
the belt, yes. But you know what?
It's got to be like a 3-weight division. He's got to be the GOAT, man. Nobody's ever done it that way. And he's got to go to make Roadhouse too.
Who fucking knows? At this stage, though, who fucking knows?
Like, I
Who
wouldn't be
knows?
disappointed as a fan
Aye.
of MMA. It mixes shit up. I know their fighters are going to be, and there's going to be people who are like, well, he's kind of jumped the queue.
He's
The
walking
Mac
last.
Daddy does it, the fucking Mac Daddy, man. You know?
He walks last on the show, and that is the end of the matter. Eh? He doesn't give a fuck if it's for a title, if it's for an interim title, if it's fucking.
Everybody goes wild.
It doesn't care if it's the same card
The
as
arena
John Jones.
fucking
The revenue,
lifts it.
the revenue he brings in is.
It can't be argued with.
I know.
And that's why,
They end up selling the company for like 2 point whatever billion,
off the back of him.
and he was a big part of that. So I get it.
Thing is, so the title fights that are on
But
that
then-
night, who could argue with him?
I'm going to be honest. I think we've got a better Irishman. I think the way
who just texted just about this morning.
I think the way he holds himself in that camera, Ian Gary, I just think he's better than Conor McGregor.
No, you don't.
He's a good fighter. That's what I said to you this morning. Like, he's a great fighter.
Obviously,
he's entertaining to watch. But I'm not going to be watching the post-fight press conference or anything.
What about his t-shirt? He's got made. He's still got fucking Jeff.
I know.
Jeff Neal? Jeff Glover?
I'd love to see Neil just bang him.
Jeff Neal in it? Jeff Neal?
Jeff Neal.
So he's got his mugshot.
Hands of steel.
So I would like to have a mugshot. I would love to get lifted with a Polish just to get a mugshot so he got a badass t-shirt with it. And like
Next time I'm in America, I'm just going to do something stupid.
Just to get lifted.
End up in the
it's got to have the lines and I'm going to hold the wee card.
Headed to the county.
He's never got a Brazil tap off him. You know, notice that? You know that
He stays in Brazil, doesn't he? Yeah.
Fucking.
Who's his team now?
It's Damon Maya's gym, man.
Is it?
It's not a bad gym to be.
Oh,
To be in.
Aye, but he'll be there falling out with every cunt as well. It's just, people don't suddenly just say, do you know what, I'm going to just start getting along with everyone now.
He was doing somebody in sparring, MMA sparring, but obviously they're blogging it, and it's just like it's like right there, and the guy's getting. Imagine that, like, somebody just had a camera in your face while you're getting.
You might have to take your gloves
piece
off, eh?
partied every fucking day. Get that to fuck.
Aye, it's not good. Not good.
But aye, Team Jeff Neal.
You hope he gets it done.
That's a good fight though.
No, I want to see Ian Gary 300. Ian Gary versus MD will sell that fucking thing out.
Ian Gary, Sean Strickland, UFC 300.
Roadhouse 2, Ian Gary.
Ian Gary, aye.
I think that fight will happen. I think Ian Gary will end up fighting Strickland.
For this honour of his wife.
I don't know. But
This one's for honour. Glove slap.
it's just the fucking. It's a good fight.
Is Sean Strickland taking it away?
Fucking
Winner gets the wife.
like fucking.
Strickland's like, keep up.
It's not WWE.
Loser leaves town.
I could see that happening.
What do you think? Sean just jabs the heat off him.
That jab was impressive.
Ian can strike, man.
Bigger guy though.
Ian can strike.
Mind you, no loads bigger, eh? Sean Strickland doesn't cut much weight or anything like that, so he probably floats about the weight class.
Sean stood in the pocket with Izzy for 25 minutes. Not means
Right. Didn't give a
one
fuck.
of the best strikers of his generation.
Never walked back once. So
He's got a good team around about him, Sean. I like that guy, Eric.
Aye,
We did the podcast with him over in Vegas.
aye, he's good.
See, listening
Coach
to
of the
him.
year.
aye.
Next,
See, listening to him, I was like, what do you think, Paul? I was like,
just all in, isn't he?
aye, I was like, he was so good, he was so charismatic, and I was listening, I was like,
Was in Ngannou's corner against
he was,
Tyson
aye.
Fury?
he was, he's the guy.
Couture. Extreme Couture.
Yes.
Yes, aye.
Yes.
It's a place for it though.
We've not even touched on the bad guy getting his
I
victory at the
know.
weekend in the ADCC Scotland.
I tried to swerve into it with the knee thing, but you wanted to
Congrats.
talk about something else. Got it done.
Aye, we spoke about a lot of shit there, by the way. It's just
Aye. This podcast getting out of control with this
like
MMA chat.
the weather outside there, that was mental. Aye, it was alright. 10-minute match. If I'm honest, I watched it back, and there's so much more I could do. Like,
Excuse me.
I could have pushed more at the end. He was tired. I could have been more aggressive with my passing, but in all honesty, I played it safe because it was so close, and it was dead. The atmosphere was dead low at grappling matches. One sweep, you're losing. So I played it safe, and it was quite boring. Looking back, and I'm just like, I need to improve in a lot of areas. Some of my takedowns are quite sloppy, but
Grappling's different.
Were you up for it?
You think about if you set up shots.
I didn't mean that in a disrespectful way, like you didn't try. I mean that like were you like fired up,
Aye,
like I'm going out here and I'm getting this fucking done.
I didn't want to lose.
Aye. But
So, aye. But, what did you say now?
What I was saying is, you're saying about grappling. See, when you're no setting shit up with
Aye.
like strikes, it's so much easier to get in deep in somebody, and takedowns look so much slicker when they're set up properly. Whereas if you've got a guy who knows who's going to go for a takedown, I'm going to defend it like fuck, and it makes the takedown look a little bit sloppier than it.
So that's
would
what I
have
was going to say. Like when we're doing MMA, punching, elbowing our way into it just makes everything so much easier. There's gaps here, it opens up, even submissions, you can punch your way into a submission. This guy was, for a wrestler, he was very anti-wrestling. Like, so I was just trying to shoot to make stuff happen because the first 5 minutes I wasn't caring because there was no points. So it didn't matter if I was on the bottom. But it was very strong, I'll put it that way. The first 4 minutes.
Have you met a Polish guy that's not strong?
Aye.
If you ever met a Polish guy and went, he's weak.
True, but I just felt like I could have watching it back now. After it's all said and done, you've got the win. But watching it back, like I could have been more aggressive with that pass here. So I need to work on, because I'm so used to sitting in half guard or guard in MMA.
Punch.
And doing damage.
I could do that for a decade. I could have done another 10 minutes. I wasn't even tired either. That's because
That's positive.
what I was doing I wasn't really using a lot of energy. Just
Relaxed.
it was a bit low. I grabbed the mic at one point and I swore just to try and get everybody up and pick Marius. I don't think he was too happy. He's quite respectful
He's a
jiu-jitsu
very
guy.
He was
just
from
like,
Maris's gym, wasn't he?
Absolutely. Let's get this fucking show on the road or something like that. Like it's like a fucking Morgan here or something like that. And that brought everybody up a bit and they were all laughing. But I'll tell you a funny story though. So we were in this small warm-up room. It's a different one for the one you were in. And they just put this wee billboard in the middle. Everybody's here. Blue corner, red corner, whatever. So his coach, so they're old school Polish guys, grown men just staring at me, right? And I'm just like they were standing in the middle watching me. Those guys are there. He's just watching me warm up. So I was with Tamasonic, who we know. Good in the corner, by the way. Very nosy jiu-jitsu.
Yes.
Just everything, like butterfly, watch it underhook. It's just good to, if you're doing jiu-jitsu, I'd like him to be in my corner again. So this guy just standing in the middle, staring at me, eyeballing me. So then I'm annoyed. I was hitting the Khabib. I'm like, smash your boy. No, that's what I was thinking.
Rude. That's not meant to be doing that.
No, I was thinking, I'm going to smash him now. So I'm looking at him, I'm like, why are you staring at? Because I'm literally, this is the border. His guys are there, we're here. He's here, stoning, watching me. Right, so I start doing wrestling moves, like actual pro wrestling with Tam. Doing this, right? Then I'm like to Tam, keep taking me down. Just keep taking me down and keep subbing me. So Tam's just putting chokes on, fucking just tapping, I'm raging. The guy's like looking, then he's going, telling the guy, right, he's coming back. I'm like, just keep taking me down. And so I start saying, I can't do this, I don't want to go out there. Everybody's laughing, right? But this guy's stonewalling me, man. Then it's getting to the point where I'm just annoyed now. So I'm like, if you want to fight, like that's what I actually do, so I'm happy with that. So he's still just stoning there, then he got the phone out. Aye, I'm like, I'm about to grapple your guy within 5 minutes, mate. We're up in 5. No, I mean, there's nothing that you're got to see here. There's got to change here. So I was going for stuff that I wouldn't do. Rolling toe holds and all this, and he's just watching it on. He must have just been like, God, watch this, watch that. And then I just fucking just stayed in top.
Stayed heavy on the top.
Hot me a wee
I seen that
cano, man.
Old school, mate.
He made
Old
some
school.
noises when that went on.
I thought that was not allowed.
They called for it. They're like, this is in. They allowed that. So I done it and it worked.
So
For those not familiar with that, what's that?
It's basically when somebody's in your guard and you grab them by the back of the neck and just fucking wrap.
It's kind of
try
like
and wrap them
a
up.
tie clinch, innit?
So you're digging your elbows into their gut, you're like just folding them up, puts loads of pressure on the vertebrae.
It's like a neck crank, but it just folds them in half and it's fucking horrible.
Aye, so he has to release pressure so he'll let go.
So
and
if
it allows you
somebody's,
to pass.
if you're in somebody's guard, basically, you're trying to split that. But to be honest, I wasn't giving a fuck about splitting it.
Just
I
happy.
was happy in there. The only thing I wasn't happy about was not being able to strike, because it was just... It was just aye.
That's jiu-jitsu. If high-level jiu-jitsu is anti.
Watching it back, there was
Jiu-jitsu.
gaps where I could have a wee backstep with the pass and stuff like that, or being more aggressive.
But then that comes down to like your style as an MMA practitioner, which is MMA jiu-jitsu for MMA. It's totally different. You can do all these fancy back steps and all that kind of shit in jiu-jitsu, but in our game we don't need to be doing that. You do a back step, you lose a wee bit of control, and the guy's maybe scrambling, and it results in you on the bottom or you in a much more negative position. Whereas what you do for MMA doesn't really transfer well over, does it?
We were talking about on Monday night, James, if you can get a hand and a foot out, you're up.
Aye. So I thought we were level at one point in points.
Can you see a scoreboard or anything? No.
No,
Just
it's
have to, right, oh.
And are the judges?
They're judges, aye. But on the mic they tell you points, Like, so after 5 points, John Lamb, the legend, points.
But
So
you're not going to be paying attention to
time.
that.
So then you're just like, I think I got points for flattening him out, with hugging it crossface. I think I got points for that, and I got points for a takedown at the very end. So that sealed it. But at one point, I thought we were level. He got the old Choi bar sweep.
Aye.
But see, because I went with the sweep, we go back to their feet within a second, so they get nothing.
Nada.
So that's the only thing he done.
Do you remember the Choi bar?
Still got fucking PTSD.
We were in Vegas. I was going to batter Ross one day. I was trying to show him how to do this Choi bar. It's basically just a Kimura for the inside on the bottom, and I was like, obviously, I was dehydrated. I was reduced calories. Ross had no long been off a plane, like maybe a day, and I'm like, fucking hell, Ross, mate, can't get a fucking. And I was being an absolute prick. And then, so we'd been through this.
Kimura is, aye?
Aye. So we'd probably been through this for probably about 15 minutes, and Bungard went, right, let's move on for this, because you could see I was getting fucking heavy.
I have to take your reins with that.
Aye,
I'm just like,
I appreciate that.
I was being
Done that a couple of times for me now.
I was being a bitch. I was being a
Got
bitch.
to date in the Forza changing room. You remember that one?
Aye.
Step in. Right, Harry, that's enough.
Aye.
That was a fucker, eh? Always got the best interests of the boys at heart, Chris.
No, because I've not got a good. What's the word?
Moral compass.
No, like.
No,
What's the word I'm looking for? Before, like.
Tolerance of people,
Aye. Like, I'll see if like Hank out to me, myself, and Irene, and like the and the shop mall. There's the so I've not got a good span of that before I just go. So
That was
if
right
I,
at that
if
moment
I can
at
see
Forza.
somebody else getting it, I'm like, Kenny's cutting it. I'll just
Can you remember us watching?
flipping.
Can you remember us watching?
Expose the bomb.
Watching Tom's fight and
Aye.
Hooters was it?
There you go. Perfect example.
Right. So we're in this. We were in. Were you there? No.
Ross
were you
was
there?
in Vegas.
Aye.
What one?
We were in Hooters. Remember the woman comes up to
I
us
thought
and
she
starts
was
talking to
working.
us. This next few weeks, I think we're jacked with UFC cards, aren't we? I think there's probably like 10 back to back. And you know, if we are putting down some shekels on that, and we are all betting men here, you know who we use. It's only going to be McBookie. So why not go and check out the odds for this week's UFC? We've got Molly McCann, we've got Drew Dober. Going to be some good odds there. Where can they get McBookie?
If you go to the link in our description, new sign-ups can get £20 worth of free bets for £5 of deposit only on MMA fights, and that's only through the Leather Podcast.
It makes sense to go and go McBookie.
I fucking thought she worked there.
No. So I
was at the other end of the table
we
with
were
Adam.
in Hooters, right, and I was absolutely freezing, but we couldn't. I had like 2 jackets on, and everything. Man,
You were full on like
it was
shivering, eh?
like no body fat at all. There was we were watching the fights, and it was one of the only places we could see it because we didn't have access to watch it in our apartment. So we end up going to Hooters. We end up getting some food. This woman comes up and she just starts talking to us and just overstays her welcome. And my food's sitting right in front of me, and it was like a fucking salad and something else on it. And I brought stuff, didn't I? Lee had brought stuff. And she just kept talking. I couldn't eat my food, man. And she just ding, 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 ding. You went, excuse me. And last went, what? She went, do you work here? And she went, no. Like, you want to leave my lane then and just let me eat dinner then? And the lassie was like, look, pure fucking taking her back. And I was like, but I was kicking Chris under the table, like, fucking intervene, please.
She started talking about the Usman foot stomp.
I know.
She's like, the foot stomp against the cage, you know that? And I'm just like, do you work here? Because she was like, where our booth was, you were at the end, so it was like a walkway bit for like the bar and stuff.
And
so
she had come right up to the top. I remember sitting there
looked
being
like one of the
who is this
bitches, though.
woman? Aye.
all she was
Who is this
missing was
wifey?
the thong or something. You know what I mean?
Are you guys okay?
Usually I was thinking about just saying, listen, fuck off.
Aye.
Because
I was getting you to kick under the table. I was like,
Do you know what? Like,
please intervene, Chris.
there was loads of young guys and stuff there who were
You were
obviously
actually eating though, that annoys me.
know,
You were
right.
actually digging in, man.
there was young guys and stuff there who were there to watch the UFC, saw you, kind of walked past and went, oh, there's Paul Craig, and just kept going.
Big
Like,
fan.
This woman was just a fucking dick.
and the thing is, if they'd asked to get a picture or whatever, it would have been like, he looks like he's eating, I'm not going to go up.
See, because we go to the booth, because like you'd booked it and stuff. I thought maybe she was a manager.
Aye, I thought that as well until you went.
She
Do you work here?
She actually looked like somebody would be a manager of that place.
I was sitting down there with a big steaming Adam, just like,
Oh, he was getting torn in about the vodkas, wasn't he?
aye.
Enhanced sport performance was just nailing the vodkas.
He's
He's an alky.
Mate, just straight vodka, fucking a wee bit of cola in that thing.
He's a fucking tray chicken.
Did you see Adam was proved right about Tony Ferguson getting injured before Paddy's
Aye.
fight?
To be
He
fair,
called it.
to be fair though, that's not that shocking. Like,
The question you need to know is who's going to carry the boats. If the big man's fucking injured, who's going to carry the boats?
big Tony Ferg. Who's going to talk to the people in the wars now?
What do you? So obviously injuries came out. Knee injury, wasn't it?
MCL.
Aye. So like, do you think it would have made a difference to him and versus Paddy?
Nah.
I don't think so either. No. So what's the point even like trying to? It's,
I think
it's
that's
like,
what he's trying to do. Try to gloss over and say,
Aye.
well, my knee was fucked.
Aye, well, my knee was fucked. Like just
What
take
has
it.
he lost? 7 in a row?
Aye. It's rough, eh?
Aye.
That's your answer. That's your answer there.
But
Mind
yes,
that fight with Gaethje, man. It was just fucking just getting his head bounced about.
you feel bad for him, don't you?
That was one of the like first ones with no fans as well. So you could hear like the
Every
leather,
shot,
like,
buff.
Punched the COVID. Punched the COVID right out.
I remember sitting watching it and just be like, when is Herb Dean stepping in? Like, how long we doing this for? Fucking some fight. Though.
Remember the days, the old COVID days?
It was wild, eh? 4 years ago now.
Was it?
Aye.
Fucking hell.
What year is it now? 2024?
How mental is that? That's wild.
Okay. March, eh?
I wouldn't mind another wee lockdown. Aye. Just break shit up again, you know what I'm saying? Just a wee, everybody's in the house, you're no fucking about, you're no going out anywhere.
Mind how ridiculous we all thought it was. Like, there's no way they'll tell. They'll no stop you going to your work. Fucking. No.
Government sells some money. So I went to a family wedding at the weekend. And I wasn't drinking.
I got sent pictures of you.
Oh,
Getting the ears burnt off.
oh, mate, I was getting my fucking ears nipped like fuck. And he was obviously sending new pictures. So Cheryl's cousin Chris Arbuckle, I know he watches the podcast.
Yeah, funny
it was
guy.
It was obviously fucking steaming as well. And he was taking pictures and he's like, I'm telling such and such. I was like, get yourself to fuck and leave me alone. So I'd popped a wee steady Eddie and I was just like,
Got to get yourself through it.
mate, I had a fucking belter of a time. I was up there doing the gay mate, I was doing the gay Gordons. I was fucking jitterbugging. I had a belter of a time, right? Sober. Obviously, I had that. So how good's Scottish dancing? Like, man, I was right back to fucking primary 7 there doing the fucking a bit of this.
Sweaty hands, hugging a girl's hand for the first time.
But no, I had a brilliant time. And somebody comes up to me and she goes, I didn't know you liked music that much. I was like, fucking love it. But I was so fucked up. And then I started laughing at just random shit, man. Like, just stuff was like, I never have so much fun as when I'm high. It was fucking brilliant.
I've been invited to a wedding. I never go.
What was the songs you were dancing to? Any ones at the top of your head? Can you remember?
They done a Beltria one. It was like
Gay Gordon's is the big one.
it was like a whole, they didn't even, the Gay Gordons was a kind of a wee pre-warm-up. The woman wasn't even playing it. So, like, they come out and they've got the fiddles and all that kind of stuff, and they were just doodly and everybody just started just fucking rapping into the Gay Gordons. I love going to a wedding and they've got actual traditional Scottish dancing, love it. But they done this one that I've never done before.
Well, like the Cayley shit?
Aye, absolutely love it, mate. Do you know?
I can't tell you the last time I done some Scottish dancing.
I didn't go to weddings or anything, so I've been invited to one I've kind of got to go.
You don't get invited to weddings because you're a social hang grenade.
But I say to people, don't invite me.
Don't invite me.
Because I'll spoil it. For sure. I'll go out of my way to spoil it so that I never get invited again.
I was
You'll go out your way to spoil somebody's wedding.
Right. Absolutely.
Like,
what
would you do?
Name son. I'll have done it. There's nothing I've not done.
Have you ate the wedding cake before it's been cut?
No. I just fucking...
I was eating the wedding cake and it was fucking delicious.
My brother's wedding.
What'd you do?
Just like, they all got their kilts on. I was like, that's
Did you not wear a kilt at your brother's wedding?
Fuck me. I wore a pair of dress trousers, fucking loafers.
You are
and
a
shirt.
fucking yobber, man.
Sat there with my sunglasses on, no tie on, couldn't give a fuck.
At your brother's wedding?
Right.
You're a fucking piece of work.
Getting my son to just be like, yeah, hit my brother. Why? Fuck him.
Well, I can't imagine why you don't get invited to my weddings.
I didn't want to go. I didn't want to be there. And you just go because my dad's like, oh, you really should come. I'm like, I fucking didn't want to go.
Do you not like wearing a kilt?
No, I've never wore a kilt.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
In public.
Ginger bastard.
Mate, I just didn't like these things.
Come on. It's an opportunity to wear your fucking Scottish attire, dance to your Scottish fucking heritage music, and give your bird a spin about the dance floor.
But everyone knows we're Scottish.
Mate, I love doing it.
Well,
do you go to Burns nights or that? No?
Fucking hell.
I'm
I'm in my bed for 9 o'clock, mate, unless I'm at work. I'm in my bed. Mate, I fucking...
Did you know have any haggis with the kids? Burns week was last week. Do you know make any haggis with the kids? Mate, I made haggis with my daughter. We had some fucking old school iron brew.
I wish I did.
Aye.
Some old school iron brew, as in full of sugar.
I was out to the door, which taste this.
Did you try this?
Oh yeah, fucker. Can I have more of that? I was like, no.
Just feel your teeth rotting right away.
It was like 19.
So much better.
What is it? It's called? Like 1902 fucking recipe.
It's so much better. It is so much better. But nah, I didn't really do that stuff.
Disappointing.
I know. I probably should.
Is it?
Go on.
I was going to say, is it because you're not actually Scottish?
You were at the Science Centre though, Ross, weren't you?
Oh, I did go to the Science Centre on Saturday. Sunday.
Fun dad shit.
It was good. I liked it. It was all right.
That's good in there. Have you been to the IMAX cinema in there?
No. They had Oppenheimer on, but
can't take it.
It's like fucking 3 hours as well, I know.
The actual real film though?
Aye.
I went and seen
the countdown before they pressed the button. Somebody farted, you see that? No. And the cinema was like 10, and it's just a full cinema just erupts with laughter, man. I'll need to send you it.
Big Oppenheimer was a shady character, like
so funny.
Because he was a
spy
Nazi?
for the Russians. No, he was a communist. He was a spy for the Russians.
Was he Russian? I thought he was
it was him who leaked all the secrets. So, well, they never managed to prove it, but 2 guys who worked directly on it.
You love a conspiracy, Ross.
So it's not a fact then, is that what you're telling us?
Well, the 2 guys who worked for him both got nailed for it. So he must have told them.
Well,
but
how did he not get nailed for it then?
So originally they didn't even want him working on it at all. They had said at the start he wasn't allowed to do it, but then they realised like they weren't going to get it done unless they brought him in. But originally he was fucking not allowed anywhere near it. So, and then sure enough they were fucking proved right because he leaked it to the Russians.
It's only just been released in Japan, that film now. Obviously there was a lot of backlash about it, but
why? Historical, mate. Unlucky. You were fucking about and you got melted, eh? Fucking hell. Well.
I love your attitude, Ross. It's brilliant.
Got the chance to behave, didn't take it, got fucking crunched. Unlucky. Take that.
Is that what it says in the article?
Word for word.
That'll teach you.
You're misbehaving. Guys, they're done.
Have they done it again? They had one shot at the title, that was them. Realised, no for us. Gonna fucking bin it.
Brilliant, mate.
Gonna start being sound. Now they're sound. Would you go to Japan? Probably would. Seems a nice place.
You're brilliant, Ross. Absolutely brilliant. You're pure chuff with yourself. Like, yep.
Fuck them. Bad guys, mate. Fuck them. Baddies.
So, Chris, I've started watching
Yellowstone,
mate. Yellowstone.
Yes, I knew you were going to say it.
Mate, what about the redhead? Psycho?
Beth.
They are.
Is it Beth? Beth? Aye, Beth Dutton.
Aye. Psycho?
Aye, there's a few red flags there, isn't there?
Oh, mate. See when she's in that fucking trough.
Some nine darter on
Oh,
her.
mate, she jumps out and you're like... Yes.
Yeah. Tell me you like him. No, the man.
Oh, man.
Her man.
How many episodes in
Aye.
it?
I'm 4.
Rip.
Mate.
How cool is Rip?
He's cool as fuck. See
He's a man's
when he
man, isn't
see when he dusts the boy that's been fucking about with his no Jake. Who's the wee skinny guy that the brands right at the start? Boom.
Aye, I can't remember. That was seasons ago for me.
Aye, and he ends up having a wee tussle and he comes out, you want to fight? Fight me any day. And he fucking nails him.
Aye.
Brilliant. Absolute fucking
Oh, you've got to be
man.
so hooked. What
Mate,
about-
I'm in.
Costner? You like
Kevin Costner is cool as fuck, mate.
Up the Dutton Ranch.
And you're on to the 1923.
Mate, I'm there. I'm coming. I'm coming. I've just ordered my brown fucking denim jacket.
See, I'm
Cowboy hat.
up next to your golf course now. You're going up on the ranch.
I'm just going to be jumping about with a fucking cowboy hat.
Have you not got one?
I've got a couple, mate.
Craig Ranch.
I've got a couple of cowboy hats. I'll maybe bring a few in and we can just fucking sit here.
Oh, mate, I'd have loved one today.
Oh, it's fucking good, man.
Right,
It's
man.
well filmed as well. And is it
Sheridan.
the son, Casey?
He's I'm
Singer?
sure he's a country
Aye,
singer as well.
He is. I checked him out, man. He's cool as mate. There's so many guys that are cool as fuck. And you're
He's
like
got me the. How would you say it?
Native American.
Yes.
Aye.
She's alright, isn't she?
Aye.
Montana
Badass.
looks a nice place, though, doesn't
It does, mate. Everything about the show's cool as fuck.
Maybe
I like the
David
music
Lynch,
as well.
Aye.
See when Beth goes to the
She's got issues, man.
mate. She has.
Give me all your issues, Beth.
She goes to like
Promise you the world.
she goes to like the country bar.
Aye.
Brilliant scene. Just to fuck with the guy.
The bud fucking whispers in Rip's ear or something. She just nails him.
Aye. Boom. Oh, brilliant, mate. Absolutely brilliant. Great show. Also been watching
True Detective.
True Detective.
What episode you on?
The
3.
up to date, mate.
See
Fuck,
the end of the episode?
mate.
In the hospital?
Mate, I'm like, what the fuck's going wrong? Mate, like, it's creepy as fuck.
They've went like the supernatural
They have,
route,
aye, and
which
so
I don't know.
I'm not into it because they didn't need to do it.
I prefer like a real life kind of story.
Aye. It's good, but
Aye, it's stuff's happening. It's a slow burner, but stuff is still happening, so it's like it keeps you.
and the shagging is brilliant.
Did you see
Aye.
the cream pie? Forced cream pie.
Did you watch the other series?
She's a pro boxer, mate.
That chick.
Try and get that up, Greg.
Take me to
So
Pearson's?
Navarro that play it's in the new True Detective season 4. Black chick. She's a professional boxer,
She's thick,
and
mate.
she's went for that.
Is she Navajo? Not Navajo. Is she Inuit?
I don't know.
Because obviously that's what she's playing in.
Aye. She got the 2 Pearsons there.
Aye.
I'm sure she's a pro boxer.
Find out now.
She is.
Aye.
Is she good?
Callie Reese, her name is.
What's her record?
What about Jodie Foster getting banged? Do you see
Jodie
it?
Foster's loving it, man. Aye, his accent. Aye.
What the fuck?
Aye, his
What's Eccleston did?
Aye, his accent's not the best.
Remember he was in Gone in 60 Seconds, and he was like, got to kill the boy, his son, Memphis Rain.
I can't remember that.
He's like, your brother tried to fucking steal motors from me, but he was a pure mad accent in that as well.
His accent work isn't great. But his ass going like a fiddler's elbow is brilliant, man. Just absolutely banging Jodie Foster, who is looking ropey as fuck. Remember we were saying last week, she's like, aye, she's not too bad, aye. But obviously it's for the role of her being up in the fucking Arctic tundra. She's ropey as hell, man. Like, oh.
She's just lying there with a jizz on her face. Like, I'll go get you a towel, and then all you can hear is the motor starting. She's just lying there.
City boy.
Go try and find fucking Hannibal Lecter now.
Have you watched what was that other 3-parter called? Oh, it's went out of my head.
Oh, the
American Nightmare.
American Nightmare.
Have you watched that yet?
Wade,
I've not.
Wade spoke about it last week.
Seemed like a stretch. When you first hear him phoning the police, you're like,
Ah, you lie.
100%
You
you,
lie. So basically, talk about it now because you've watched it. Basically, this guy and his girlfriend are in bed sleeping. A gang of guys break into the house, drug him, tie him up, steal his girlfriend, hold her at ransom, and say, well, we're watching you on a CCTV camera. You're not allowed to move out of this thing. He ends up phoning the police. What happens is these cops are like, you're guilty.
But the ransom's $15,000. That's kind of, it doesn't,
Right.
they're like,
Did
hang
you
on
have
a
one?
minute.
Did you have one leg?
One leg.
So
Oscar Fistock.
So
Wasn't me.
what happens is the chick then just comes back. She's just walking down the street, didn't she? Casual as you like. And then they're like, it's her. She's watched this film Gone Girl, which is about a chick who's scorned by a man, finds out her man's cheating, and basically tries to frame him for murder. So I'm watching this and I'm thinking, she's a fucking cow. She's a lying bastard.
Did she go back to the boyfriend?
Aye.
Like, did she mention like where she was with her?
Well, she the guy who kidnapped her at this point, because I was like, lying, you're a cow, you're a fucking bitch, you're playing this poor fucking guy.
So what, were they wanting a ransom?
Aye.
Money?
And then the third episode, you find out it's all real, and you're like,
Not true.
what?
So it's just
She was telling the truth, and he's telling the truth, and this far-fetched fucking story
it's just
is
mad
true.
deviant cunt, mate. And he did
Marine, he was a Marine and he was a lawyer.
So there was nothing to do with the guy or the woman?
No, the girl and the guy.
They were completely legit, telling the truth. But see when you hear him,
And you're slating.
Aye, I was like, she's a fucking cow, isn't she? Like, see when you watch that second episode, you're like, she's guilty.
even the first episode when you hear him phoning the police, but
Aye.
obviously he's still, because like
They
we were
drugged
on
him,
the
didn't
phone,
they? Aye, they
and he's
drugged
like
him.
all groggy in that, so it makes sense. But when he's talking to the police woman, even she's like, and when did this happen? He's like, last night.
Aye.
Right. When did you wake up? Just now.
Aye, he's just like, why did you not phone us sooner?
I don't know, it just sounds fucking mad.
It's
but-
so far-fetched that you're like,
Did anybody get raped?
aye,
she
twice.
did.
I laughed there, but it's not a laugh of.
She did?
She did, aye. The boy
so
took her away and raped her, aye.
So the boy comes in here and says, listen,
Should have
I
bumped
need
the guy too.
I need to have sex with you and film it, just so that if you go out and tell him, I'm going to release the footage. And this is what she tells the cops. And the cops are like, you're fucking lying.
And he put swimming goggles on her, eh? That
Aye,
black
with black swimming goggles.
Like, they're like, right,
So then
that's enough.
the guy then comes back in.
So did they have a team with him?
No, it was
So
it was
one
blow
guy?
up dolls.
It was
So he made
What?
out, and he was making it
like
out that,
Home
like,
Alone, like, get out of here.
he's like,
Pretty much.
he's making it like he's there to help her. Like he's there, he's a good guy, really,
Aye.
but he's
And
with these bad guys.
fucking filling her up.
And he's just himself.
So then he comes back in again and says,
So
listen,
fried,
he comes
eh?
back in again after raping the lassie, and the lassie's like, obviously traumatised.
Rape's not funny, by the way.
He comes in and goes, footage isn't that great, we need to do it again. I'm really sorry. And the lassie's like, okay. Rapes her again. And then he's like, so now I've got the footage, so if you tell MD that I raped you or any of this kind of stuff, then I'm going to release the footage. So he drops her off at her dad's house and then he drives away. They eventually get the guy. The guy goes to jail. The guy looks like, yeah, that guy's definitely a bad guy. You know, like, he's a rapist, yes. Line him up and it's like, rapist.
They had him for other crimes, but they couldn't get him on them.
Aye.
They had got him for other stuff, eh?
The only reason he got caught was because there was a hair on the goggles.
The
mine.
goggles, that's
But
right.
a totally different state actually investigated it where it happened, they weren't bothered.
Aye, they were blaming the girl.
But
So-
the police woman, though, she said she believed her right at the start, didn't she? But you don't know if she did.
That's a fucked up story, to be
It's
fair.
what, mate, it's quite hard to believe. I can
Right.
see why the police were like,
But the cops and the FBI were scumbags. They're like, we know you did it. We know you did it. Like, pure. This pure guy's greeting his eyes out and is like, they make him do a
Turn off
lie
our
detector
watches.
test, right? They make a guy do a lie detector test. The guy passes a lie detector test and they tell him he fails it.
they're allowed to do that, though.
That's fucking
Just
bullshit,
to see
man.
how they react.
Right. I've had it done to me. They've went, it doesn't matter what you tell. So the police can lie to you in an interview. That's perfectly all right, but you can't lie to them.
They ended up, that family
You've had
ended
a
up,
lie detector test?
No, I've had them say,
Oh, right.
it doesn't matter what you say.
Picture you like hanged up to the machine. I did not do it.
I've had them to me in an interview go, it doesn't matter what you say in an interview anyway, because we've got a person today, what's his
Aye.
name, in the next interview room, and he's just told us it was you.
Aye, they try and play
They've
against
done
each
that to
other.
me
didn't they?
before.
those fucking
They
pieces.
got to pay out of 2.5 million.
I know.
Aye.
And
Well,
then
they
they end up with two
settled-
kids.
They settled it out of court.
Was it with his kids?
No, the rapists. No, the rapists.
I can that shit happens, man.
Aye.
I couldn't go back there, like, just have to get rid of it. I know that sounds mega bad.
The lassie's just been raped. You're like, well, you did cheat on me.
Aye,
No, but I
sorry.
was raped. Nah, you definitely cheated on me.
Gonna have to go.
I've seen the footage.
You look like you're enjoying it.
Shout out to Bridget Nielsen, who is very much alive. Sorry, Bridget.
Sorry, B-Dog.
Brilliant. My book's
There's another famous Bridget Nielsen.
Somebody commented that. What are you talking to somebody
Aye.
about? What are you
There's
talking
another-
about? She's alive.
There's another famous Bridget Nielsen on Instagram. You're just like, you can't be change your name. No, I mean, there's one,
There's just one.
and she's well famouser than you, so it's like weird. I was like looking at her, I'm like, is that her? Is she older? I'm like, that's definitely not her.
So what is this? Sorry.
There's two Bridget Nielsens on
Mine last
Instagram.
week he said
like,
Bridget Nielsen was
famous
dead.
ones.
Is Bridget Nielsen dead?
No,
Right.
she's not dead.
I thought we established that last week. She wasn't dead.
I mentioned it on the pod.
But I just wanted to
Clarify
clarify
it. Sorry, Bridget.
It's been bothering me all week.
So
People message me like, just like, no, Bridget Nielsen's alive and she was married to Sly Stone. I'm like, I don't care.
Did I not say she was married to?
Watch 5 minutes more of the podcast and you'd have fucking discovered that, you cocks.
So
I don't give a fuck either.
my book's still going on. It's now on to Jean-Claude Van Damme and how he got into the world of movies. It obviously tells you about what happened in Predator.
The jungle.
Aye, so see your man that's fucked up and he needed the bodyguard.
Billy.
Do you know how they got him to sort of shit? They phoned his supermodel wife. Swear to God, they phoned his supermodel wife and she came down and they packed that shit in straight away.
They said, put him on a leash.
Aye, they said he was rappelling naked down fucking the hotel. That he was rappelling naked down, broke into somebody's room and they're lying in bed and he's standing there bollock naked.
See, Billy and Predator got himself.
Was he bad on? He's just died actually, didn't he? Recently.
Well, I'm not going to trust you guys. He probably still could be alive.
He did just die. Aye, just passed away.
But he was known for being
mad on the gear,
out of control and had to have security for himself. To control himself.
I'm sure you told me that before, actually.
So they obviously touch into that, and the way they got him to sort of shit was they phoned his wife. I think his wife was a Playboy model or some shit like that. Phoned her, she came down, and he packed that shit in straight away. He's like, sorry, darling.
I phoned your dad. No, I don't phone my dad.
Sorry.
Just behaves as she's there.
I thought it was brilliant. The guys just had a fucking, because they filmed it in Mexico. And Carol Weathers wasn't. They had to spend a lot of money to get Carol Weathers and they wanted him.
So what happened with the old John Claude? Why did he
get punted off?
There first?
He was claustrophobic. He was claustrophobic in the suit. So he's obviously like 5'11" or something like that. He's no tall. And they wanted the alien to be massive. Where his head was right in the throat. And he had these big fucking stupid hands, and he said it was like they're in Mexico, they're in this jungle, and he's just sweating. He was like, "I'm out."
The bugs were quite bad when they were filming, apparently.
He also that's how he managed to get into Bloodsport. When he went and told the producers of who were doing Bloodsport, which was an absolute bullshit story. The guy made it all up, says it's a true story, and he just lied. What's his name? Docs. Who's the guy in Bloodsport?
I don't know.
I've seen it, but I don't know his name.
Anyway, when he goes in for this interview, he then says, "Listen, I'm in the movie. I'm in the Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger." And they're like, "Well, if you're in the Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger, you must be a big name because this is like Arnie had no long just made Commando, which was huge." And they're like, "Arnie's the guy." So they offered him Bloodsport. He ends up taking Bloodsport. They end up making this absolute shit film. They end up recutting it again and then putting it out in China. And then it becomes really big there, and then they then bring it back to America like decades later to release, and it made like £50 million for Bloodsport. Turns out the guy was a bullshitter.
So you just kind of said that was in Predator when you were really under a mask for like a couple of days.
Just went, fuck it, I didn't need this.
What was the guy's name in Bloodsport?
Frank Dux.
Aye, so this guy claimed that he was a alternate. He was like, I was part of the CIA. I went to this kumite. And my sensei was something tiger. He made up all this shit and people were believing him, and they actually wrote it in like a karate magazine. People were believing this shit.
Fake it until you make it.
Aye, and he made millions off it.
Would have been easier today back then as well.
Aye,
How do you check off on him?
So I can check this guy. How are you in the CIA?
Yeah, of course it was.
I like Jean-Claude.
Jean-Claude, and what he used to do was he would follow like people about. Like if you worked in like movies, he'd follow you about, and then had all these like cards and pictures of him doing the splits because he was like a karate guy, but he was a better ballet dancer. That's where he learns how to do all the moves.
Kickboxer.
Aye, he get lifted for trying to climb Sylvester Stallone's wall. He go in and do some karate for him. He gets lifted. He also goes to spar with Chuck Norris and Chuck Norris's sensei, and the two of them fuck him up because he's not a combat karate guy. He's like, it's all about looking good.
Aye.
And Chuck Norris just fucks him up.
So the guy I know for Street Fighter, Andy, obviously Jean-Claude was like the main star in Street Fighter. He just said he didn't come out his trailer. He just in Thailand, he just full of coke all day, every day. Jean-Claude would just be in his trailer, just mad with his tap off, not doing kicks and that. Shouting at Kylie Minogue. I'm like, That sounds pretty cool. That's in Thailand.
Where do I sign up?
I know.
It's a fucking shame though, eh? No, I think.
It was
Just to be that type, just to go that way.
It was what they were all doing. They were all just fucking. They tell a story about how. So Arnold Schwarzenegger's interview for Predator was done in a hot tub in his house, and he's smoking a stogie with his dick out, just fucking chuffing in that thing.
What a life.
And in between the filming,
It's Arnold though.
he disappears and then goes and gets married to Maria Shriver.
Did you watch the thing I sent you last night?
With Kurt Russell? No, because it was 30 minutes, but Kurt Russell's the guy, isn't he?
Mate, that's amazing. So he goes through all his characters, all his big ones. And
It was
obviously
half an hour. I'd seen it this morning.
he's done a lot for John Carpenter, but he's also done a lot for Quentin Tarantino as well.
Aye.
So he's just telling him like some of his going for interviews with Quentin Tarantino to get in like Hateful Eight as John Ruth and
Grateful.
what's the other one it is with Quentin?
Death Proof.
Death Proof. Aye, so he was just going to Quentin's bit to talk to him, and next thing I know he's like, oh, read this wee bit, and then he's like, next thing I know Leo was there, Brad Pitt was there, we were drinking till 5 a.m, and he's
That's
like,
cool as fuck.
he's like, come down to the theatre tomorrow and we'll talk this through, read it through. He's no asking for a part, and he's like, it sounds like I'm fucking reading for a part here. He's like, I get to the theatre the next day, he's like, 1,200 people's in this theatre and we're reading a play. So we're reading a play.
And he's rough as fuck. He's been up all night bevying.
Quentin's, he's just mental, but he's dead unique. And I'm just like, all the stories he was telling was just class, man. I think you'll really like it.
Aye. I watched the Escape from New York.
Aye.
It's cool as fuck.
Aye, Snake
Plissken.
So they're saying that they made Metal Gear Solid out of that. Was that about his character type thing? I didn't play it.
Snake. Did you never play Metal Gear Solid?
Nah. My brother played it though, he loved it.
Guys, wild episode there. Hope you enjoyed it, but we're away to do a Patreon next. So if you're looking for more content, catch you on the Patreon.